Chris Williamson's Guide to Being Happy and Debunking the Feminist Lies Sabotaging You. On Tucker Carlson. This is a Podland Supernova podcast review. In this episode of The Tucker Carlson Show, Chris Williamson offers a comprehensive analysis of the crisis confronting modern men amid escalating societal change. They explore how the West's rejection of traditional gender roles has led to psychological disorientation, social fragmentation, and economic instability among men. Williamson addresses the pervasive sense of directionlessness in young men who struggle without historical archetypes or clear paths in education, employment, or personal development. He critiques the oversimplified gender wage gap narrative, emphasizing nuanced economic realities shaped by differing life choices and roles. The discussion further explores the alarming decline in female happiness, tracing it to changing societal expectations and relational dynamics. They dissect the destructive idea of toxic masculinity and discuss the deliberate sedation of men through porn, video games, and drugs. Lastly, they discuss how fatherlessness is seen as a root cause of social decay and agonize over the rise of AI girlfriends. Key themes. 1. Directionless young men. Williamson explores how many young men today lack clear role models and pathways that previous generations relied on for identity and purpose. He highlights how the loss of traditional rites of passage, combined with economic instability and social isolation, leaves many feeling adrift and unable to find meaning. This crisis of direction is compounded by the decline of real-life friendships and community bonds, fostering loneliness and nihilism among men. A lot of them walk around directionless. Guys want to be able to go and conquer. They want meaning and drive, but lack the examples and the support to find that direction. Chris Williamson. 1. The myth of the gender wage gap. Williamson critiques the simplified narrative of the gender wage gap, explaining that it overlooks key contextual factors such as career choices, working hours, and family roles that influence earnings. The wage gap has been debunked several times when you normalize the data for role identification. This continues to be an astounding fact and fallacy. He stresses the need to recognize how economic dynamics differentially affect men and women without resorting to misleading comparisons. It's very important for us to remember that women are still falling behind in some areas. But the simplistic wage gap arguments often misrepresent the true picture. Chris Williamson. 1. Decline of female happiness. The episode surveys a growing decline in mental well-being among women, linking it to societal shifts that complicate traditional roles and expectations around career, family, and identity. Williamson emphasizes that both men and women are wrestling with these sweeping changes in different but connected ways. Why female happiness is in decline. It's about shifting roles and expectations and how both men and women are struggling with these transformations. Chris Williamson. 1. Toxic masculinity and social attacks on men. Williamson analyzes how decades of demonizing traditional masculinity have led to widespread male disempowerment and societal tension. He posits this ideological attack has left men feeling criticized for innate qualities, fostering bitterness and undermining social cohesion. Maybe men are in a dire state because they have been browbeaten and attacked for their immutable qualities for decades. It's destroyed men and made women crazy. Chris Williamson. 1. Subjugation through porn, video games, and weed. The discussion highlights how addictions to pornography, gaming, and drugs serve as modern sedatives that blunt male drive and ambition. These distractions function as coping mechanisms for men feeling disenfranchised, ultimately hindering their capacity to fulfill traditional roles in family and society. Men are being subdued with porn, video games, and weed. These are coping mechanisms or escapes from a life where they feel powerless. Chris Williamson. 1. Fatherlessness and its impact on society. Williamson emphasizes the social cost of absent fathers, linking it to increased mental health issues, delinquency, and young men's lack of guidance. He argues that this absence undermines the transmission of practical skills and emotional resilience needed for adult success. 1. Rise of AI girlfriends as a social phenomenon. Williamson discusses the societal implications of men turning to AI companions as substitutes for human intimacy, reflecting deeper fractures in human connection, dating culture, and social structures. He underscores this trend as a symptom of the broader relational void many men currently face. The rise of AI girlfriends represents a new challenge. It's a symptom of a deeper breakdown in human relationships and social structures. Chris Williamson. Conclusion. This interview poignantly diagnoses a complex societal crisis surrounding gender identity, roles, and expectations. Williamson believes that the West's abandonment of traditional male archetypes has fostered a generation of disoriented, demoralized men, with ripple effects across mental health, family stability, and societal cohesion. The duo is worried about the boys and the men. They call for restoration of meaningful roles and responsibilities for men to foster individual purpose and collective well-being. That doesn't mean the roles look exactly as they did before, but there needs to be a clearer picture. This crisis is getting long in the tooth, and these guys are spot on in their diagnosis.